at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. All that effort for so little payoff. Takes the chance to hurt him. Lands the forward throw. The corner pressure continues. KO. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Lays down a whirlwind. Forward throw, not letting them out of the corner. Rashid making the chat go nuts with OG spinning mixer. A parry? Medium kick hit. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner. Drive rush to keep it going. Player two, flawless round. They got him so quick. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Keeping them away. Shows a medium kick, hits them with a stop and bomb. Both fighters look to set things up as they continue to jostle for position. Starts with whirlwind, checking with the fireball. How will they react? Both are ready to put all in with a rush. Player one needs to wait this out. What are they gonna do? Medium kick. Drive rush. Life burns out. Here comes the corner pressure. Stun, spinning, population U. Player two, that combo finishes it. Player two is unfortunate. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Lays down a whirlwind. Dashes forward. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan. There gets them. Player one sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Gets drive rush to keep it going. Still slugging it out at this range. A quick breather. Connects with medium kick. Hits them with a stop and bomb. This is a turning point. They gotta turn it around. Life lead springs forward with the drive rush. Throws out the Kachosen for some lightning. Mai dives in from above. Player one is in a very good spot. Puts the fear of God in it. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Medium kick. Close range project hits him with a stop and bomb. Delivers the pain right to the doorstep. That feeling out phase is over. Time to get down to business. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Getting up close and personal. Player two is on the brink of disaster. He stars out. Rashid's gonna start feeling. What were they thinking? Player two is in all in with a rush. Mai turning it up to an 11. And it is on. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Keeps them out. Links it. Player one can't do nothing. Stop this train. I called it. I called it. Shows off a parry. What are they gonna do? They gotta find something to work with here. It is over. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Uses a drive parry against the attack. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Player two is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. There's a corner two. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Knockdown. Player 2 chases them down. And they takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Takes a trip. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Next hit will end the round. They're being out, picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Uses the drive rush here to steal the... Oh, burnout triggered! Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Throws a beefy Kachose. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? What'll happen? Activate the star to get some help on the field. The super doesn't hit. They must have a went for the chip kill. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. Oh, we're not done yet. Looks like they're both warmed up. Shoots off a fireball up close. Blocks the jump in. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. What are they thinking here? Still slugging it out here. Gets a chance at that jump in. All that effort for so little payoff. We've reached the midway point of the round, and both fighters are at about even life. Player 1 chases them down. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Pokes with a medium kick. Can't tech the throw. Lays down a whirlwind. Ooh, there's a side switch. This could be big. Looking for a chance. Barely blocks the jump in. Shows a medium kick. Gamble springs forward with the drive rush. Smart play with the throw. Knockdown and... Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? The last round. It's now or never. Excellent damage on that. Ooh, what a smart throw. Pokes with a kick. Starts with whirlwind. Player 1 with us all in with a rush. Face the enemy shields and get that one. The attack continues. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. Carries them all the way to the corner and what drive rush. Player 1 has us. There's a burnout. Player 1 with the rip. They were sitting on their mirror for this. That final push at the end paid off in spades. When you have a chance to finish things, you gotta take it. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Blocks the jump in. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. All right, what's coming up next? That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Checks him with a projectile. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. The cyclone hit. Now we gotta see something. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Gets the knockdown, and now? Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Both fighters planning something? Jumps in. There's a change of side. Oh, burnout triggered. It's a good spot to use the super. The super hits, and this looks like it's gonna kill. Taking no prisoners. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Goes with the projectile for their opening shot. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. What's the play here? Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? Takes a trip. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers can turn this around in their favor. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. They couldn't shake the projectile. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Solid combo. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Opts to continue burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. A quick breather. Oh, burnout triggered. The Big Bang Kachosin comes out. Big throws. Super clutch corners. Still slugging it out at this range. Both fighters activate the star to get some help on the field. Drive usage is just goes for it at this range. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Hits them with a stopping block. Who's gonna take it? All in with a rush. Crowns them from above. Oh, willing to risk it for the overdrive. Looking for a hole. Whirlwind shot. Parries the fireball. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? They gotta dig down deep here. What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Who will come out on top in this final round? Hits them with a stopping block. We're just getting started here. Who will take control? Gotta be careful not to whip perfect parry. How will they follow up? Crowns them from above. They exchange blows. Fires off a whirlwind. Parry connects. With super arts into play, it's really anything all in with a rush. What are they gonna do? Medium kick. Nothing stops this train. Only 50% life left. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Rashid hits with all the air, and we're about to experience some tail force damage. Plank walls flat into the guard break. Closes it out. Player 2